Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing and reviewing My Hero Academia chapter 307. It is titled Been a While.
Hey everyone, Future Darian here from Post Editing. So I have to change up how I edited the videos. Shueisha hit my strike, a copyright strike. So yeah, I'll do a next video explaining that in a while. But for now, I'll have to remove panels from my videos. So yeah, I'll try to work around that. So yeah, just a heads up.
Of course, spoiler alert, spoiler warning before we start because we will be spoiling. Um, so yeah, pause if you didn't see the chapter already or read it and then come back. Or, I mean, you could just watch it instead of reading. That works too. But yeah, let's begin. So the chapter starts off and we see a glimpse of the city then. It looks like it's in ruin. We see fallen light posts or street signs, a car, some buildings looking like they've been through it. And someone is saying that Jailbreaker showed up in this area or the southern ward yesterday. And it basically is a sort of an emergency because of that. Um, so yeah, who is Jailbreaker? That's the question. And next now we see the two people who were discussing that walking on top of the bridge. It is none other than Shindo and Tatami. We've met them before earlier on in the show. I believe we met Shindo and Tatami in the exam to get the provisional license, if I'm not mistaken. But we see them walking through this part of town and it looks like it's been destroyed basically. Um, and they're on their way to meet some people who are living in what seems to be a mall, I guess, or grocery hold up in there. So yeah, we get that, and we get that they're trying to get them to come back to this academy. I might butcher the name, but it's Ketsubutsu, I believe, Ketsubutsu Academy. Because remember, the hero said they would turn some of the academies into a shelter to more so keep the civilians safe because they could live there. So yeah, and we see one of the men there. Basically, he and Shindo are speaking, and he tells Shindo that a man has to protect his hometown, basically, and that's why him and these other people are here. They're protecting this area, and Shindo and him are having a little back and forth as to why he should go, and the man is refusing. And Shindo tells him that it would be all well and fine if you stay here, but Jailbreaker is and his Nomu, because Nomus are working with Jailbreaker now. So it seems the Nomus and Jailbreaker are not just stealing or things like normal criminals. They're, according to him, it's carnage basically, and just pure violence. So it seems this person is just out to kill them. So yeah, um, that's interesting. But the man also mentions that you want us to come to the academy, but what happens if we're at this academy and everyone is there? It's more of an easy target when the villains attack because everyone is there. How are you going to protect everyone? And that is a fairly good point. And we see one little tiny panel there of him and his crew, and they basically mention that they they've been protecting this area and they showed a villain already out of there. Then we cut to the next panel and we see Tatami is like that sucked, and it's serious suckish. um but basically they're leaving the not the hideout but the place where the other men were. And in doing so, while they're leaving, Shindo is mad, of course, and he said if he could have made them leave by force, he would have, but he can't use force. Of course, he's a hero. And while they're walking, they receive a phone call. Tatumi got a phone call, and the call basically says to run. he's nearby. And the person who called him is Maccabee, I think, is how you pronounce that. But the person called them and tell them to run. He's nearby. Um, and the message is somebody spotted or Itajiro spotted this person nearby and they should run. And this person of course is Jailbreaker. Um, and we get a panel and they're like he's coming. Jailbreaker is coming of course. And we see a shadow jumping in the sky and lands on a building. And then we get a huge panel with Jailbreaker landing in the building. And he's like, hey, let's play. And of course, we find out who Jailbreaker really is because this panel shows it clearly. And this is, of course, Muscular. Um, so yeah, this is a really nice panel. It's a double page spread of just Muscular landing in a building ready to wreck everything. So yeah, we next see Muscular. He doesn't have his fake eye. We get a close up of his face. His fake eye isn't in, and he's like, it's just the two of you, and that's not enough if they have any pals around. And Shindo tells Tatami to run away, that he'll demolish Muscular. Um, and Muscular is basically saying he's happy to be in this free world. He's happy to be here. He's free now. And we see Tatami did not run away. Really, she ran back to the area where the men were holed up protecting this village. Well, the city that is. Because they see the explosion from out their window and she busts through the door and she's like, basically, we need to, she's trying to stop the men because the men want to go and help. And she's like, stop, you can't stand up to that person. So yeah, we then see, the men are like, they push out of the way and they're like, too bad you not our boss. We could do what we want. And they run out, go help the guy. Shindo, and we see Shino is basically getting wrecked from Muscular. He has him pinned to the ground and he's like, is that all you've got? And Shindo is all bloodied up. And basically he's trying to use his quirk on him, but Muscular is like that wouldn't really reach me because I have so much layers of muscle as like armor on me that wouldn't cause any damage. So Shindo is like okay, well I'll just go all out, and he proceeds to use an attack called Tremoring Earth. I guess this is maybe his strongest attack because he said he'll leave his brain in like a milkshake. So he goes on to use this attack and we see Muscular covers up even more. And Tatami is like, no, because she sees he's getting pounded into the ground more by Muscular. Same time this is going on, of course, the guy who, or the guys ran out and they're like, let's save the kid. And Muscular, of course, with his crazy self, is like, let's start a blood frenzy. He's ready to kill everyone. And now we see Smash. We get a panel saying Smash, and we see someone comes in, and Muscular has a look on his face, and we see a silhouette in smoke, and Muscular was kicked to a lower building, and the person is like Muscular. And now we get the reveal. It is Deku saving Shino in this really super cool panel right here. I'll drop my version because I colored it, of course. And Deku is looking all badass. This is Deku we wanted to see all along. His suit is still in ruins, so I'm guessing since his fight with Shigaraki before, he didn't fix his suit, he left it as is. So we see it's fully on. He has on the mask, there's smoke around him, and he's holding Shindo. And basically he's there like a vigilante, it seems, to save the day. And he says no wonder his quirk from the fort wouldn't shut up. Of course, that's a danger sense, and we know why it was acting up, because Muscular danger, of course. So yeah, and then the last panel now we see Muscular looks up and he's like, hey, I know that voice. And the chapter ends. So yeah, this chapter didn't have much for it going on. It was a setup chapter. However, we all remember how great the Muscular versus Deku fight was earlier on in the camp arc. Um, so hopefully this arc now, this fight has a bit more choreography that is, and we can see more of them going all out, especially since Deku has more quirks now. We may be able to see him maybe use some of these new quirks to help in this battle. And of course, I'm sure Muscular has gotten stronger as well. So maybe we can see both of them go all out here in a rematch or round two and have, instead of Deku barely winning this time, more of a win that stands out as an actual win. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that next week, unless they cut away, but I don't think they will. Um, but yeah, this was a very good setup chapter. I am loving this Deku outfit, even though it's in ruins. It looks pretty badass. Deku looks pretty badass. Um, so yeah, all in all, this was a good chapter. Um, Good setup. Again, if you enjoyed anything I had to say or any of my thoughts, feel free to leave a like for that. If you enjoyed the color panel, I do one every week. Leave a like for that too. Consider subbing if you haven't already. And meet me back here next week for the next video. Also hit the ring-a-ding bell down below right there so you'll be notified when I post any other videos, because I post like 3 or 4 videos a week. So yeah, until the next time.